Shit, I don't know.
I don't know.
Your class, basically?
No.
08 was a good class. 08 was killer.
For UCLA, like I got in my senior year.
But who was in your
But it was
group?
probably a little bit after me.
Me, when?
So you're after Trevor Ariza and them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Trevor
was it like Russell?
So it was like Darrell Wright. Yeah, like D. Wright was still young. Like he was in the league hooping at that time. I think with Miami or something like that. But he was still young.
Yeah, that's
like,
before the
coming in.
injury. Yeah. See, so it would have been probably that second that group.
DeRozan?
Nah.
No,
a little bit before him.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, no, it'd been a little bit before DeRozan. So Darrell Wright, big kid who went to Detroit, Amir Johnson, that group. Yep, that group.
Marcus Williams.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pooch and them. Yeah, that group.
That era. Yeah, so that era.
How about now, though?
Now I'm away from the game now. I've been away from the game for about 3 years.
But you still, I mean, same with you, but you still see it as like, well, it's different. We had it a lot different.
It is different. I mean, the era of basketball is just different, though. Just in general, like it's a lot of filming. Like the UCLA runs and have a lot more filming now. So back then, there was no cameras, like there was nothing. You just had to know. So it's just different. Like
what's so funny is now, like there's, I call them, like game change players, right? This is your era of a style. That's the funny part about it. When you came in when point guards were still trying to be point guards. You know what I mean? They were still, it was on that urge of right before point guards was allowed to just say, let's go. See, I was like Iverson was before me, where they was like, all right, you go to the 2. Then you had, Steve Francis. He was a showcase guy. He wasn't a dominant scorer. Like he was more of a oohs and ahs. He didn't really, he put up 16 to 18. So he was just different. Then you had a Marbury, who was that 20 to 24, 8 assists, but he was a ball hog. That was the label. 8 assists, you're a ball hog. So, and then I was just unselfish. You know what I mean? That was, so when you came in, I remember it. You hit the 55, right? And I said, he has 2 options. Either he keeps going, his veterans is gonna try to put a hold on it. And I said, that's where he's at, because he is the new school guard that's gonna come in and make scoring okay. Or I think you still had Michael Redd.
Yeah, Michael Redd was still there.
Yeah, you still got your vet, Michael Redd.
Yeah.
And who else was there?
Bogut was there.
Yeah, Bogut. So I'm like, you already proved that you're like, oh shit, he can put up big numbers. He is the next wave.
Yeah.
So it's either he just says, fuck everybody, this is who I am, adjust to me, or they're gonna try to make him adjust to them.
Yeah. I battled with that too a lot my rookie year.
Yep.
Trying to figure it out, because it was more like, like you said, it wasn't really a thing for point guards to be just scoring like that. So I battled with that a lot. And that's why I feel like I was real inconsistent a lot. And I feel like Milwaukee wouldn't let me be who I wanted to be.
What's so funny? It showed. Yeah. It showed in the game. It showed in the game. It was like very aggressive, and then it was like backseat, kind of aggressive backseat. And I'm like, oh, it's them. He's battling. He's battling who he is right now.
Yeah, even with the high top. I came in there with the high top, like all that. They were trying to dumb it down. They were trying to always dumb me down for stuff, and I was just like, oh, I ain't fucking with that. Like, nah, we gotta, this is who I am. This is what I bring. If I can't be myself, then, that's just, my style is important to me.
Yep.
Who is that on, though, to help you with that? The coach, a vet?
It's a little bit of both, because if you're a general manager and you don't know what you have, you can f it up. If you're players and you see something that you don't necessarily agree with, you gotta remember, you're a rookie. Yeah. So my word means a lot. So if I say, yo, stop shooting that shit like that,
Yeah,
right? That's the intimidation.
Yeah.
Because now you're scoring 55 and everybody's like, oh shit, you're the new, AI. And I'm the guy trying to get my career back. Nah, I need to put a halt to you.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And that's what ends up happening.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where if you're not a smart enough coach or general manager to see you have a player who's going to change the game and be ready to trade or sit or bench anybody who's going to interfere with it, you're going to lose that player. And that same era, around that same time, that was happening to you and happened to Tyreek Evans.
Yeah, because after my rookie year, we won 46 games. We had a great year. And then we got rid of almost the whole squad. So remember, I'm a rookie, and it's like, me, Kurt Thomas, like, we're bonding. Like, everybody's like, it's kind of like it's like, all right, like, look, we just need a couple more pieces. But we end up just getting rid of, like, damn near everybody. And, I wasn't ready for that. Like, as a rookie, I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm just like, yo. And then we don't make the playoffs the next year. So it's like, that shit, it kind of just fucked me up a little bit.
But if they were building the team around you, that would have made sense. You're saying there was just a transition did we even have a plan?
Yeah, I just felt like the moves we made after my rookie year, I wasn't rolling with. Like, just off, because we already had the type of bond and the type of players. I understand John Salmons was there in the backcourt. Bogut, he just had to, stay healthy and things like that. But we went and got like mad other people.
See, he experienced the opposite. Usually when you're a high-level player, you're coming into a bad situation. And then it's like, yo, do you? And then we'll build there. So he's coming into a situation where the team is decent. Yeah. So now he's relying on this team, this team, we're winning. So he's already mentally adjusted to winning. Okay, we're sacrificing, to make, this work. And then it's like, all right, all that, get rid of everybody. Here's your new squad. And you're like, wait, hold on, bro.
Yeah.
I went from 46 to 17. Nah.
Yeah. And I was in that, to be honest with you, I was in that. That's when I had vets that were still, like you said, trying to get their careers back and things like that. So it was battling all that. So now I'm really just kind of like, y'all go ahead. Like, y'all go ahead.
Not to mention coming in from overseas and that hype around that.
So.
Now, that's what I said. It's usually when you see a player like having a real up, real down, and then he's just sitting, is because he's battling with vets they don't want to let go.
Think about that, Gil. How would you have handled that? All right, there's this young kid, a lot of sensation around him. Seen the mixtape, he goes over and plays overseas. Now he's coming in. How am I going to handle that?
But remember, I had John Wall.
I know.
So I knew I couldn't compete with the future. Right. So instead of me competing, here you go.
Yeah.
Which and I take the back seat because I knew if I want to survive, I have to be able to adjust. He doesn't have to adjust. He's the new guy. You know what I mean? So, that's where I gave the keys to John Wall. When I was a rookie coming in, I got Max Antoine, right? I got Larry Hughes. I got a full squad. When I got in, I didn't give a about none of them. Dude. I remember I'm racing down the court because I talked to Tony Parker, so he's a rookie too. So he's over at so he started he's with Tim Duncan and Dave Robinson. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, so like what do you do? He's like, in half court, just get them the ball and I'll cut it. If they pass it, they pass it. If not, on a fast break, I just try to beat them down the court so I can score. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, all right. Yeah. So that's all I did. I just went to the rebound and took off, right? I tried to take off this area and go play. Yeah. And then I remember Antoine, hey, slow down, Rook. Nah, speed up. Speed up. Yeah. So that's how I was getting my points, just trying to hurry and beat them down the court. And then I remember we were bumping heads. Like my first 2 years, it was a bump. Like they were benching me, they were doing all this, and I'm like, if they break me now, I'm broken forever. You know what I mean? And that's when I realized that just like any level, everyone's trying to test where everyone's at. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, if I want to survive, I got to be able to just, you just gonna have to be mad at me. You know what I mean? So after the games, I was getting my ass whooped for not passing. I don't care about none of that. Tie me up, throw me in the water. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that, bro. I'm getting these shots up. Because I got 2 years, so I have to. I'm trying to get to that next contract. I got 2 years. I got fucking less than 100 games. I didn't have no time to just sit back and say, all right, let me just play my position, try to figure this out. I didn't have that luxury, you know what I mean? But I seen it all the time. I remember when I had to, talk to Nate. Like, we already had a game plan, got a game plan. All right, Nate, this is what Nate this is gonna do, be careful. So we come in the game, and I'm like, all right, watch him on the weak side, fast break, one-on-one, and he brings it out to the three-point line, run offense. And I'm sitting here like, so after the game, I was gonna say the shit during the game. I was like, yo, what's that? Like, no, bro, you a tiger, bro. I did the research, you was a tiger. Don't come in here passing, bro. I couldn't guard you. You gave me a good ass day. Like, I get to sleep tonight. I said, you averaging this, you supposed to come out firing, do what you do. Yeah. I said, don't mind what he told you, bro. He knows what you do. He put you in the game. Yeah. Do what you do. Yeah. Right? And I said, you have to do what you do because a coach will strip you from it. Your players will strip you from it. The fans will strip you from it. So you have to be able to withstand and do what you do, or you get lost because they f confidence up. Yeah.
Well, Brandon, what you're talking about is identity, and you're saying you don't have a lot of time. Nobody does to come into the league. You got to prove yourself early and stick with that. You got to know your identity, and you're trying to figure that out on the fly, and things can fall off.
Yeah, well, you got what they say our window is three years, right?
Yeah, Windows 3, yeah.
No, like 3 years, 3 to 4 years. So you got, you got to go right in there and figure it out,
And you feel like you got all the time in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I was lucky enough to play 9 years, in the league, play 10 years professionally. So, it's a blessing. You just got to look at it, and you just got to keep growing, and just like you said, just keep going and keep moving forward regardless, with everything.
Yeah, I always look at situations though, like you look at players and you be like, well, if he was on this team, oh my God, he would have been way better. Do you do that? I do. Like, if he had that system, oh man, that would have been hard to guard that system. Because I remember we was playing you guys, right? And Nick was with me the whole time. Because, I just got off my knee surgery. Okay. So we were like, looking at the scouting report, and they'd be like, all right, Gil, you got to guard Brennan Jennings. And then here come me. Oh, yo, he about to tear your fucking knee up. I'm like, what? Like, yo, he gonna hit your ass with one of them, boom, and you gonna like this, like, yo, hey, that shit used to bother the shit out of me. Bro.
Oh, he was the player, because he didn't name your name. He just said there was a young player.
Yeah, no, it was him. He was Brent. We playing, and like, he gonna shake it, he gonna be like, he gonna shake the shit out your knee, bro. Like, so you going on the court like, oh man, please don't hit me with a young fella. I do not want to go through surgery. And then he like, now reverting back to the highlight tape I see. It's like, yo, hey, listen. If he drives, bro, y'all gonna do. I am not trying to guard him like that. Like, so AD, be ready. I'd rather guard Michael Redd, even though I don't feel like running around them screens like that. But I am not trying to be shaking baked all goddamn day. But that shit was funny. It said, yeah, my knee's about to fall off.
I think I played you like 4 times my rookie year. Yeah, I think we played preseason, everything. Yep. So we had some battles.
I would have wanted to see those UCLA runs. Those battles. Like you said, it was,
Those runs is where you see the best of someone.
Yeah.
Those runs is where you see the best of someone's capability, because you got to remember, they're not handicapped by a system, a coach, or no rule. Yeah. So you will see players raw. And what you see there, you be like, God dang, like, I'm glad he's there. Cause, you know what I mean? Because players will have your number. That, like, you can be a 5-time All-Star and you go to UCLA runs and you got a mother fucking you up. Literally busting your ass every summer you get. He can never do it in the game because he's handicapped.
Yeah, for sure.
He's handicapped by a system. Yeah. And that is some real, like, that's some real, like, you're handicapped.
You're put in a box.
Yeah.
When you're in there, you're unfiltered.
Unfiltered. That's what I'm saying. So there's guys that's not in the league, that's on benches, that's better than most of the players that's playing. But they don't ever get that
opportunity.
That opportunity.
Yeah.
That runway. All right, let's take a break to talk about our good friends at Babbel. You know, for most of us, learning a second language in high school or college wasn't exactly a high point in our academic careers. You know, for me, it was just getting down the terminology, the vocabulary, the pronunciation, the punctuation. Didn't sound natural or organic, and I didn't do so well with it. Well, now thanks to Babbel, the #1 selling language learning app, there's an addictively fun and easy way to learn a new language. Whether you'll be traveling abroad, connecting in a deeper way with your family, or you just have some free time, Babbel teaches bite-sized language lessons that you'll actually use in the real world. Now, if I could only go back to high school and apply it to my Spanish courses, I probably would have been an A student. Babbel's 15-minute lessons make it the perfect way to learn a new language on the go. Think about it. You can do it in the car, on the school bus, if you're late to class, in the hallway. Any way you need it, Babbel can make it happen. Babbel designs their courses with practical, real-world conversations in mind, things you'll get to use in your everyday life. Other language learning apps use AI for their lesson plans, but Babbel's lessons were created by over 100 language experts. Their teaching method has been scientifically proven to be effective, and with Babbel, you can choose from 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology helps you to improve your pronunciation and accent. That's the key. So start your new language learning journey today with Babbel. Right now, when you purchase a 3-month Babbel subscription, you'll get an additional 3 months for free. That's 6 months for the price of 3. Just go to Babbel.com and use the promo code NOCHILL. That's BABBEL.com with the code NOCHILL for an extra 3 months. Babbel, language for life. And let's talk about our friends once again at Athletic Greens. Today's program is being brought to you by Athletic Greens, the most comprehensive daily nutritional beverage you can try. I know it because since we got introduced to Athletic Greens on No Chill, I can't live without it, especially as part of my workouts. With so many stressors in life, it's difficult to maintain effective nutritional habits and give our bodies the nutrients it needs to thrive. Busy schedules, you get some poor sleep, exercise is necessary, right? Stress, or simply not eating enough of the right foods, it all goes into it. This is where Athletic Greens can help. Their daily all-in-one superfood powder is your nutritional essential. It's by far the easiest and most delicious nutritional habit that you can add to your health routine today and empower you to take ownership of your health. And that's exactly what I did. To try to juggle all the vitamins and nutrition you need on a daily basis would have a cabinet full of pills, shakes, and powders. And that's why I love Athletic Greens. It's in one pack, it mixes with water, and you're good to go. One tasty scoop of Athletic Greens contains 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food source ingredients, including a multivitamin, multimineral, probiotic, green superfood blend, and more that all work together to fill your nutritional gaps in your diet. They increase energy and focus and to aid with digestion and supporting a healthy immune system, all without the need to take multiple products. And that's what it is, the simplification of your nutrition. That's the key for me. That's why I love Athletic Greens. Athletic Greens continues to obsessively improve this one holistic formula based on the latest research, producing 53 iterations over the last decade and counting. They invest in the most absorbable and natural source of each ingredient and go above and beyond in third-party testing to ensure their customers continue to receive the highest quality and best nutritional habit on the planet. It's lifestyle friendly, whether you eat keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, or gluten-free, and contains less than 1 gram of sugar without compromising on taste. And right now, Athletic Greens is doubling down on supporting your immune system during the winter months, heading into spring, by the way. they're offering fans of the No Chill podcast a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase if you visit our link today. You'll basically never have to buy vitamin D again. So whether you're looking for peak performance or better health, covering your bases with Athletic Greens makes investing in your energy, immunity, and gut health each day simple, tasty, and efficient. Simply visit athleticgreens.com/no-chill and join health experts, athletes, and health-conscious go-getters around the world who make a daily commitment to their health. It's every day. Again, simply visit athleticgreens.com and get your free year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs today. Okay, real talk here. That soap or body wash you're using, it ain't it. It's packed with harsh chemicals, synthetic detergents, and it's brutal on your skin. If you're ready to step up your game to soap that's natural, great for your skin, and doesn't smell like a middle school locker room, Dr. Squatch is where it's at. Dr. Squatch is changing the way men approach hygiene with their natural personal care products that make you feel like a man and smell like a champion. All of Dr. Squatch's soaps are made in the USA using the finest ingredients nature has to offer. That means natural cleansers and nourishing ingredients that are actually great for your skin. Dr. Squatch's soaps come in a huge range of natural, manly scents that are going to transform your shower. Whether it's their best-selling pine tar or scents like bay rum and cedar citrus, you're never going to have a boring shower again. And when was the last time you changed up your soap routine? It's time for a new scent. Think about it. Make the change. And if you really want to make it easy on yourself, you can also subscribe to Dr. Squatch, just like hundreds of thousands of other guys out there. Every month, fresh bars of Dr. Squatch show up at your door. It's super easy. They've also got a full lineup of personal care goods like deodorant, hair care, and toothpaste. That's what it was. It got me thinking, it's time for a change. These showed up at my door, and it's definitely overdue. So right now, new customers can get 20% off orders of $20 or more when they go to drsquatch.com and enter the code DSC-NO-CHILL. That's drsquatch.com with the code DSC-NO-CHILL for 20% off orders of $20 or more. That's some real talk.
31. You're 31, right?
Yes.
Why are you not playing?
Why I'm not playing? I'm not playing because I just fell in love with something else. I'm just moving on with my life. Just far as like the mental outside of basketball. I went through a lot mentally, family and friends and stuff like that. So I'm just in a different space.
Was it the experience? Just the experience of just those 9 years?
Yeah, just those 9 years. And I just needed to start loving myself again and just start doing what's best for Brandon. So I just feel like I'm just doing what's best for Brandon, the vibration, what I'm on, my new company, and I just accept it. I did my thing, 10 years, and I just accepted. I'm ready just for the next chapter.
What's so funny is that's when I was in Memphis, right?
Yeah.
I used to watch. I had Jeremy Pargo and Josh Shelby. Those were the two rookies that was in with me. So I used to just, watch them. They put their work in, right? Game time comes in, sit the little asses on the bench, Gil get in, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm training with them, trying to show them how to be professional, show them how to work out, right? I'm not on their level no more, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not on their level mentally, physically anymore, but they're getting benched because I'm a vet. Mm-hmm. At the end of that season, I sat there and I had to ask my question, do I love this anymore? Or was there too much bullshit, that just says go a different direction? Yeah. So people actually thought I was blackballed because of the gun situation. I played in Orlando after that. I went to Memphis after that. I was I didn't love it the way I did. Mm-hmm. And since I didn't love it no more, I don't want to be on one of those guys that sat on the end of the bench holding up a spot for somebody else trying to live their dream. Yeah, for sure. And that was my reason, But, I was looking at you, I'm like, 31, damn, Steph is 32, this person 33, this is your game, right? Yeah. This is, and I'm looking at wait, hold on. he was handicapped in his early career of that style, but this is his style right
for
here.
sure, yeah.
And at 31, this motherfucker still go out there and just try to.
No, for sure. I feel like I could still go, for sure.
And I'm like, this is his style of the guard that's in pick and rolls, that guard that gets to go one-on-one, mismatch problems. That motherfucker would eat this era up. And I said, you was handicapped by my era still, but this is no big. This is
spread flow.
This is your era. So I was trying to figure like, no man, get back up in there.
Yeah, I still could. I mean, you might hype me up to it.
That's what I said. It's like it's like, I mean, you got to remember, everyone that's still at a high level are actually older than you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Russell's older, KD's older, James Harden's older, Curry's older, DeRozan's older.
CP, yeah.
Yeah, see, I mean, you know what I mean? And that has nothing to do with speed. You're still faster, still can shoot. Like it's one of those.
But the real thing, what Brandon's saying is that people don't understand. Oh, you get millions of dollars to play basketball. You know what you're doing at that pro level. But the point is, if I'm not feeling it, if it's the my mental. Heart's not into it.
It's the mental.
It's the mental.
Sometimes when you work so hard and you don't see the fruit of the labor, you get discouraged.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, the free agent year, I know like mentally that hurts too. You know what I mean? You out there busting your ass, you looking at your numbers and this is what I'm gonna get, and they like, you know, you can do it 1 year and you're like,
Yeah, I was butthurt my year when I tore my Achilles, and and then other people got paid, and it's just kind of like, I got to sign in 1 year. Like it's just like it's just kind of like, here we go.
Yep, and then sometimes the business of basketball screws.
Yeah, it takes the fun away.
It takes the fun away. You know, and people don't realize that the business of basketball sometimes takes the fun away and takes the passion, out of someone's journey. You know.
That's why your team got to be strong, though. You got to have a strong team. And it starts from home, too, though.
Yeah.
Like, you got to make sure your home is straight. You got to make sure the team, everybody's around you. So, I think that's where it starts.
But sometimes even your home situations, no matter how strong it is, they don't understand this part of it because they haven't been there.
Right.
No matter, what you're saying when you go back home and they still don't really, don't understand, the battle that you're mentally going through, from, coaching, Rhodes, he's not playing you the way he's supposed to be playing you or what you deserve. This guy's picking on you, you know what I mean? He ain't calling the plays you know what I mean? Like I remember hearing a Kobe story, which is funny in itself, but it makes sense. It makes sense.
Right.
So Kobe's averaging 35, right? He's averaging 35, killing. He's mad at Rudy T because he says, "You're not giving me the ball where I want the ball." right? He's like, wait, what? You're averaging 35. Yeah, you're making me bring the ball up and doing all this, because if I didn't have to do all of this, I could be averaging 40. And I had to think about it like, okay, it actually makes sense. You thinking I'm giving you the ball early? Like, no, that's not where I want the ball. Just hold on. Yeah. And that's what the beef was about, though. Like, you ain't giving me where I want that shit.
Yeah.
But he's averaging 35.
That's funny.
So what you're saying there, Gil, it's the life and the role of a bucket getter, which is what you were and you are. It's not always welcomed, but it's needed.
It was always needed. There was this, Magic Johnson is the one who made that pure point guard a thing, even though he was, a small forward and he had point guards on his team. But they just end up being scorers. I'm the type of, player and, coach that I want all my players as weapons. I don't want a dead man on the court. Like I want everyone a utility guy. Everyone can be able to put up, I'm a guard, so I want my guards to score. Like, the more you can score, the easier it is for the pass. If you're coming out thinking pass, he's never going to get an open shot. If you go in thinking score, 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 that means his man has to help. When he helps, then you pass. So someone like, Russell, the reason he can score, he averages 10 assists ain't because he's passing shit out of the ball. He probably makes 20 passes. You know what I mean? But those 20 passes is here. I'm trying to tack here. You know what I mean? So he's getting 10 assists versus someone who's making 100 passes getting 7 assists. I would rather have a guy trying to score 55 every game than, someone trying to, score 17. 17 don't help me because I'm one of those. If your ability says this is what you can do, I want you to tap into that ability all the time. Those other guys will figure that shit out themselves. You know what I mean? Because you ain't making them better. Their work ethic, their training, their individual work makes them better. And we have this fake notion of the point guard is supposed to make me better. It's not a real thing. If you're a Honda, you're Honda. Right. You're Honda. I can't make you a Ferrari. That's not how that works. You can upgrade your own little piece, get your new engine, put some little spoil. That's what you can do to your own car and make yourself valuable in this game. Sure. You become a 3-point shooter. Now when I throw it and pass it, you make sure I didn't make you better. You worked on your game, made you better. But they have this fake notion of guys make each other better. Did Curry make Durant better? Did Durant make Curry better? Is Durant making Kyrie better? Is Kyrie making James? No, just good guys together and they figure that shit out. Right. So I want bucket getters. I want
and you look at guys, Jamal Crawford, Lou Will, Jordan Clarkson. You need those guys. There's going to be a point in the game or a point when you had a plan and that's off. Go do it for us.
Yeah, you got to know how to utilize them though.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can have something special and you don't know how to use it. Especially, when I was playing, I hated that 6-man who got buckets. You know what I mean? It's like it was one of those things. Like, man, yo, hey, my guy sub me out.
You're saying he puts pressure on you.
The starter average is 4, bro. This 21 coming out. I'm not guarding him, man.
Right. That's funny. Yeah, bucket getters.
And that's what ended up happening because you remember back then they had when I was in, you had starters or Ivory.
Royal Ivy?
Royal Ivy. Players like that. He's just there for defense, gonna get to. I can guard him all damn day. I didn't want what was coming off the bench.
Right.
I don't want Jamal Crawford coming off the bench.
Yeah, no, that's true.
That's what I said. That's when they had the fake. They had that. Like, I guard Patrick Beverly all day. I do not want to guard Luke Williams coming off the bench. No, thank you. I can have that.
Yeah.
So you see what it is. You see how the mind works and the theory there. So let's ask Gil some questions. Dive into it. Ask Agent Zero.
Ask Agent Zero. Is it true, right? When you used to get off planes, they say you used to go to the gym and be in the gym like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
And literally be off the plane and
because I went by my routine. I had to do early in my career I was studying the shooter's wall. You had the rookie wall, and then he has that shooting slump.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out a shooting slump. What is a shooting slump? How do you get in it? How do you get out of it? And, I started realizing when I was tracking my shots, how that happens. If you're on a West Coast trip, right, and you got 9 games in 13 days, you ain't really getting no shots up like that. Right. You know what I mean? You go the day before the game or the day of the game, get your pregame shots in, then you play. If you're the star player, taking about 12 to 20 shots, right? And then you have a game the next day, do the same little routine, and then you have a day off, you take the day off, and then, so in that 5-day, span, you took less than 500 shots. Versus when you in the summer, 300, 400 shots a day, 500 shots a day. So your shit is on point.
Yeah.
So you're not having a shooting slump. It's just not A1 like you once was. So I had to figure out how to keep the volume up. You know what I mean? So when we landed, 5 o'clock, I try to get to a gym, get my 200-300 shots in, and that's what I would do.
Yeah, that's tight. That's crazy.
It was just trying to find ways to get better because in the summer, we're equal. We all working out 2 times a day trying to, so I have to try to figure out how to get better than you is during the season. So I got to try to catch who I'm trying to catch during the season because I got to put everybody on the same playing field in the summer.
Yeah, I know that DC airport. So I mean, you used to fly from all the way, take another hour just to go back to the arena and shit.
Yeah, go back to the arena. Yep.
That's crazy.
When I go to town, look for 24-hour fitness,
Yeah.
or one of those hotels that had a gym in it.
Yeah.
So.
That's what you're thinking. That most people that get off that plane, they want to go home and sleep. But you're saying it's an advantage. You got to find it.
It's one of those things where when the season started, it was really all about the season. So, I didn't use my phone much during the season, all that ticket shit, girlfriend. One argument, we broke up. It's over. It's over. I ain't even got time to be playing those mind games during the season. You didn't, we got off the road. They want to go out to eat. You want to I ain't got time for these little mind games. You know what I mean? So, I tried to, follow the rule of what I thought the old players was doing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The Magic Johnson, when you heard those stories. Yeah. So I was trying to figure out how to get better. Because it was one of those things where when I came in, I didn't have money. You know what I mean? I spent that on chain, Escalade with speakers in it. So I came in broke. Yeah. So there was no clubbing for me. There was no really trying to go pick up girls because nigga ain't had no money anyway. So it was one of those things where I just had to sit in the gym. So by the time I got popping, I already got a habit. You know what I mean? I'm stuck in my habit now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we mentioned this. Gil's modeling tough crowd right now, but there's much more to it. And you mentioned this vibrations. The vibration that you're on, is that what led you into starting the company?
When I went to China in 2018, that's what kind of got me into starting the brand. I was like the only black person in Taiyuan, so it was like it was just tough, and I used to always be like, man, this is tough, like this is a tough crowd. So ended up just buying the name. I was sitting on it for like a year because I didn't really know what I wanted to do with it, and started making clothes. And I was just like, I took a shirt and I was just like, why not just put tough crowd on the collar, and we just ran with it from there. So it's been good, man. The experience has been great. Man, just meeting a lot of people, and a lot of people I used to know from before. So it's all coming back full circle. That's the crazy thing about life. Like everything comes back full circle.
So when you say make a shirt, are you designing the shirt?
We're designing the shirt. Washing it. Doing all type of, things that we have to do.
Hands-on.
So,
fun. It was the funniest. I own Agent Zero and Hibachi, right? And was gonna do clothes, and I was like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't. I wanted to start. I wanted to start it, but I just don't like jumping in. You know what I mean? I don't like just jumping in and stuff. But I'm like you. I sat on it. I'm sitting on it, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I started a trucking company. So I started Agent Zero Transportation.
That's tough.
So that's they said you have to do something with the name. So I'm like, all right, and I started Agent Zero Trucking Company. Got me 2 trucks, about to put them on the road, and then go from there.
That's how it starts, though. I mean, I don't know where Tough Crowd's gonna go. It can, but definitely have plans. Definitely, thinking about the future. I want to open up a school. Like a Tough Crowd little academy for like 7th, 8th grade. Before they get into high school, get them tapping into different things in life.
That's the toughest age, actually.
Right, but it's important though, because that next step is high school, and then after that is
Yeah.
Good luck.
And even what both you guys are saying is these things come to you. It wasn't like you said, okay, I'm gonna do this like on purpose after this, after this. It was just something that caught your eye or you're actually passionate about. And that's the key to it. You know, wherever it goes, it's gonna be on the strength of your energy.
Yeah, it's just drive. It's just drive. That's why I asked him, I said, you know, was it true about you know, doing what you did during the season? Because that's just the drive that these kids need to hear. Like, you know, I'm still trying to find ways to keep getting better and trying to stay ahead of the game.
You know, and that's really the key. I think sometimes what we lose sight of is when we started playing this game to the day we make it to the pros. That's how long the training was to get there.
Yes.
And I don't think we actually sit there and understand. If you started at 10 and it took you 10 years to get to the pros.
Yes.
So when you get there, it's going to take another 10 years of training to get where you want to be. You know, even if it's a championship, the best player, it's still a journey. And I think when we say it out loud, 10 years, you're like, 10, and I think that's what stops us sometimes. You know, instead of saying, all right, you know, I didn't make it this year, because that's what I used to do. I used to go in, and I remember Michael Redd made it the All-Star game, and I was pissed off. And the fucked up part is, I was hurt majority of that season, so there was no way I was gonna make it to the All-Star game. But I felt that he made it, I should have made it, one of those things. And Michael Redd was killing at the time, right? But that was where my mind went. I'm like, all right, so they're gonna just pick him over me? All right, going to the lab. You know, trying to figure out a way, because I have to be realistic. Before I get to you, I gotta crawl, I gotta get this person out of the way, get this person, come here, come here. And that's what I was doing every year. You know what I mean? Like, I see Michael Redd, your third team. Nah, that's my position. Like, you shouldn't be there. That should be me. Okay, make third team. Second team? That's who's the second team? Oh, no, I need the second team now. I need the second team now. And you jump in, and that's how it's progressing. Like, I didn't really say, all right, I'm ready for Allen Iverson and Steve Nash. No. There was levels. There was levels before them. And you know, when you're growing up, you know, you have the number one dog, you have the number one, number two dog. There's people you knock off your list first. You go, because what happens is you go straight to them and they hit you hard, you never recover from. So you gotta, you know, build, and when you get ready for him, you
Video games. Level, big boss.
But sometimes we don't understand that it takes years of leveling up. You know, it's not, I averaged 5 this year and I'm going to average 35. You know what I mean? I averaged 5, and with aggressive summer, I got to 15. Another aggressive summer, I got to 20. Like, that happens. You know what I mean? You just have to put in that time, put in the work, and understand it. And I think sometimes we forget, and we don't like the journey, even though we already been through the journey. But because it didn't seem like a journey, we was okay with it.
Why is that? Ask both of you guys.
Why we don't see it as a journey?
We don't want the journey.
No,
maybe not we, but
I think because when you're a little kid and your goal is the ceiling, right? You're doing whatever it takes to get there. Boom, 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 right? We're not counting the years, right? If I'm a 8-year-old and I'm trying to touch the ceiling, obviously I know I can't touch it this year, but I'm growing, working on my bounce, doing all that, and that's years before I can get there. Once you're there and you say, all right, we need to go another 10 years, and like, wait, hold on, let me process that. Because you got to remember, the first 10 years, you didn't tell me there was no time. I was just adjusting to my height, my weight, working on my, you know what I mean? And it's the same thing when you get to it, you know what I mean? It shouldn't be no time. So when you say, I want to be an all-star, I want to be all NBA, I want to be MVP, you just got to put it out there and then just build on the journey. You have to it has to be disciplined. It's hard.
Discipline.
It's hard when you're in a world when you're in a world by yourself. And when I say by yourself, you're by yourself. The only people who can really, really understand you is the other 400 NBA players that you're really competing with. We're competing with you still. You know what I mean? You got to remember they're gonna have the same story. That's why most NBA like friends are friends still, because you're going through the same thing. You know, girl problems, baby mama problems, friends outside friends problems, family drama, somebody stealing from you. We're all going through the same. We're all going through the same, so we can identify with it.
And at least you have that, you mentioned team, you have that support system of you're talking about team like family and friends at home, but you have the support system of a team. You think about individuals, sometimes. But like I've heard like skateboarders, snowboarders, golfers, because it's an individual sport, they're not cool like that. Like Tiger Woods, he didn't want to have friends.
Because they were all competition.
With each other.
You're all comp. You know, with NBA, you know, especially an LA kid. LA kid is usually different because you're usually friends. At because you're going through the AAU circuit together. You guys are, you know, teaming up. You guys played at the park and like, oh, I like his style. So when those players get to the NBA, you got to remember, LA kids. I don't give a fuck where you at. You're coming back home. You know what I mean? You first thing smoking. See, as soon as the season's over with, I have my exit meeting and bye-bye. so all the LA kids are back home. They're gonna club together. They're gonna hang out together. So the LA kids seem like more of a family than everyone else.
Yeah, I mean the Drew League.
Yeah, the Drew League. So that's what I said. So you don't really, I've never heard of two LA players beefing. You know, over just beefing. Like, you know, I never really heard of, you know, players like that. You know, because you're home, so you're gonna even if your neighborhoods are against each other, you're gonna have friends who bridge those gaps.
Yeah.
You know, I was a Valley kid. I had LA friends who went to Crenshaw and some went to Westchester. Some of them we go to party. One's Blood, one's a Crip, and you know what I mean.
It's like whatever.
Depends on whose shoe is. Depends who I'm friends with today. For real, neighborhood, I'm with him. Bye bye. You know what I mean? And that's how it worked. You know what I mean? It's different. Like, I mean, you know, LA is, you know, it's one of those things where you're glad to be here because the hoop game is just a whole different game.
Yeah.
And opportunities that come in. You mentioned that with Tough Crowd. The people that you know that were in your life, they came back to it.
Yeah.
As an NBA player, you said it was a great part of your life. It was part of your life, but that opened doors for you to do other things. Yeah,
just showed my creative side, that we're more than just athletes. You know, me just tapping into fashion, you know, I'm doing this for all of us, for the next young, you know, NBA player, next NBA player want to come up, or just who in general. I'm just here to just give another, you know, opportunity again, just like I did when I was 19, making my decision to go overseas. So I'm always, you know, trying to be a trendsetter, or, you know, I just do my thing and I just stay in my lane, and I'm always just gonna do me. So, you know, always.
And it makes so much sense because you're looked at the whole drip, the whole tunnel walk. You're wearing somebody else's stuff, and now you see. I mean, Russ has Honor the Gift.
Super Honor the Gift.
Why not do it? You know, I'm like very knowledgeable about it.
The successful one is going to be the one who puts his love into it. You know what I mean? You know, he said this is his next career, and that's how he has to treat it, like the next career.
Yeah. So, and it's more just being more disciplined, like you said, patience, and being able to trust the process, like, of it. Because I had Tough Crowd since 2018 to 2021. So, you know, it's 3 years. So, you know, every year we're getting better and better. And, you know, like you just said.
That's how you look at it. I mean, you know, I remember, I think it was Nelly who said it. He said, you know, people was like, yeah, you fell off. I was like, no, I had a career. A career. A career's ups, downs, peaks, valleys. That's what a career is. You fall, you build back up. You fall, you build back up. You know, then
you reinvent yourself.
You fizzle. You know, that's
I think the thing that people root for. You reinvent yourself.
You know, you gotta try. You gotta try things. You know. So it's like some years, you be safe. You know, because you don't know where the trend's going. Sometimes you try something edgy, and if they don't like it, okay, do something different. Like, you know, that's what I like about Kanye. It tries different
things.
It just tries it, and then if it sticks,
sure
it sticks. If it
does.
does, it does. You know what I mean?
He for sure goes for it.
You got to, you know, because you don't know. Maybe it's ahead of its time, right? And no one likes it, and then it creeps back up, you know. And when it creeps back up, you're back at the top, you know, or something like, oh man, them shoes are not like. I'm looking at the sandals like, man. I need some.
See, that would have worked well with fit. That would have worked well with tough.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at it like, man, I ain't seen them before.
I just picked these up the other day.
Yeah, see, like stuff like that. Yeah. But someone had to really put it to thought and put it out there and try it. You got to. Someone's gonna like it.
Yeah,
that's all that matters. Someone's gonna like
somebody's
it.
gonna like it.
Someone's gonna like
Somebody's
it.
gonna like it.
I like what you said. We started off saying pioneer, but we're gonna end on this trendsetter.
Yeah,
We need more trendsetters.
Yeah, we're
in the world.
trendsetters for sure. Hibachi, tough crowd. You know, I already said.
Wait, did you just say Hibachi Tough Crowd like a collab?
Agent Zero. Hey, I mean, you know, never know.
I gotta step my game up first. I gotta get in. I gotta step my game up first.
It's a process.
But I mean, tough crowd. That's a clothing brand. Agent Zero's that seems like basketball gear.
Frame of mind.
That just seems like basketball gear. You know what I mean? Hibachi. That ain't. You know, that's just some basketball gear stuff. You know, the jersey, socks, and shit.
What do you think?
Never know.
Jersey, little socks and shit.
You never know. You never know. We could do AAU. You know, AAU. You never know.
You never know, Brandon.
Yes, man. Thank you guys, man, for having me.
No problem.
With the legend himself.
Two legends here.
You know, it was crazy when my 11th grade year. I think I sent a picture to you. You see the picture I sent you of the shoes? Yeah. I had Adidas make some custom shoes of his and had like Young Money on it in 11th grade.
Yeah, see, that's what you know. You got Adidas making custom shoes for you, bro.
Yeah, it was, And I told him, I was like, yo, when I used to take, we were sponsored by Jordan, and Coach used to get mad because I used to always have my Agent Zeros on. I used to be like, yo, I gotta have these on.